Hello, YouTube, and welcome to One Canadian Perspective. Obviously, what's going on in the Middle East really sucks, but I think if we want to talk about the root causes of the problems, we have to talk about politics. At least in my kind of social sphere, I'm starting to notice that people are taking note about which politicians are bought by AIPAC in the U.S. And it's bipartisan, whether it's Democratic or Republican politicians. They're both bought by the same group, and it's not just AIPAC. It's the arms industry, the health insurance industry. You have the illusion of democracy in the U.S., but it doesn't matter who you vote for because everybody is bought by the same people. Large corporations, they hedge their bets by donating to both the Democratic and Republican parties, the politicians that run the Republican parties. And right now, you have a unique opportunity to change that. So between now and I think it's like the end of the summer, it's primary season, and if you want things to change, you have to do it yourself. You have to get involved. Let's just say let's say you're a Republican in California, right? So that, my vote doesn't matter. It matters. Get involved with the primaries, okay? If you let the corporatocracy choose your candidates, that's why you get the same results, whether you vote left or right. And the Democratic Party, at least in the rest of the world, is a far right party. But that's another story. But you have to get involved. Every politician in power right now should be thrown out. Okay, obviously the Republicans support this war more, but the Democratic politicians have done nothing to stop this from happening. Democratic leadership has delayed any vote on the war measures. They haven't whipped their vote to have solidarity against the war. Why? Because they want this war. Because their donors want this war. One of the things I tell my son is, no matter who you are, if you're not happy with your life, you can change tomorrow. Tomorrow is a new day. It can be a new you. To the American people, you need to go and take control of your democracy, because right now you have a uniparty. They divide you with these stupid social issues, which in the grand scheme of things are not important. Okay, they get you to fight over the stupidest things, and whether it's tax policy, the way they spend money, their foreign policy, the policy on the military, it's all the same because you have a uniparty system. In the U.S., you only have an illusion of choice, and the sooner that Americans recognize that, the sooner that they can change the country for the better. I've always liked Americans whenever I visited the country. I've always found that the people there are very friendly, and they generally seem to be like good people. Which is why I find it's very disappointing to see that Americans have let their system be captured by such special interests. Look at who the candidates are. Look at who the candidates are in the primaries. Where are they getting their money from? Running an election is very expensive. Where are they getting money from? If you're getting it from AIPAC, don't vote for them. If they're getting it from the arms industry, don't vote for them. If they're getting it from all the private prisons, don't vote for them. If they're getting it from Wall Street or private equity or health insurance or whatever it is, don't vote for these people. These special interest groups spend all that money and they expect a return. They expect a return from spending that money, which is why the people in America, you don't have the nice things that everyone else in the rest of the world has. I mean, in Canada, our healthcare system in Canada is not that great. Lines are long, but you know what? No one goes broke. No one goes broke if they get cancer. You have to wait a little bit long for more elective procedures, but if it's critical, they take care of it pretty quickly, right? Or we have marginally, I guess, compared to I was gonna say we have better public transit, but to be fair, in Canada, it's pretty shit too. But I think when we have very similar problems to the U.S., where it doesn't matter who you vote for, you get the same type of bullshit policies. In any case, to my American friends, now is the time to affect change, okay? Not in the midterms, not in November. Right now, choose a clean slate of candidates who will serve your interest, and hopefully things will get better. I guess that's the rant for today. Thanks for joining me, and we'll catch you on the next one.